We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you this special update.
Update.
Your update will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Today we're here with a new face to the political scene. Not a new face to St. Martin, that's for sure. A new face on the political scene. We are here with the number 10 candidate on the United People's Party slate for the upcoming parliamentary elections on August 29th. This is Mr. Claret. Colonel Claret, thank you for being here with us. It's good to see you. You're throwing your hat in the ring. Some people would say it's about time. First obvious question: Why? Why now for you? Why now?
I think, Mr. Granger, thanks for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here with you to discuss a few things. But in direct answer to your question, why? Why now? I'm ready.
Okay.
That's not a slogan. I am.
But it fits.
I am ready. I think it's appropriate. I'm ready to serve my community. I'm ready to lead. I'm ready to assume responsibility. I think St. Martin is right now at crossroads, and I'm not saying just one, a few. There are a number of important decisions that will have to be made in the future and for the future of this country. And I think that I can bring some value to those decisions and challenges that we face.
No, it's with the green team, obviously.
It is with the green team.
It is with the green team, you know. The famous question is, why is this party such a good fit, such a great fit for Claret, Connor?
I actually, at the beginning of the development of this particular political party, I was approached by the leader from the very beginning. At the time, I didn't want to spread myself too thin. Obviously, if you do the math, 4 years ago, 3.5 years at the chamber, I was getting ready for that position and that job. I know going into the chamber it would have been, a heavy task because of the role that the chamber plays for the economy of the country. So I wanted to devote my time 150% towards that. And now that I'm there now 3.5 years, I feel the time is appropriate for me to go to the next level. Why green? Because green is the color of hope, as was said in one of our public meetings. And I am a very, not only ambitious, but a very optimistic person. And I see in our leader optimism, I see in our leader vision, and I see in our leader ability to get a job done.
Now, how has your time at the chamber prepared you to, let's say, Parliament? Eventually, when you get elected, I'm going to say when you get elected, that's where you're headed.
Exactly.
How does the time at chamber prepare you for this?
Well, I'll tell you the honest truth. The chamber, the experience at the chamber is one, continues to be one, where you're very, very close to the functioning of the economy of this country. You see how policies and government rules affect the daily running of business, and you understand how when business is interrupted or challenged, how it affects the lives of the people. We understand that our country is a tourism destination. We live, breathe, and sleep tourism. Tourism is about service. Service is part of the hospitality industry, and I am a degree holder of that discipline. So it is something that I feel that we as a people have to understand a little more. Recently I spoke up a little bit about young people who are working, let's say for instance a gas attendant at a gas station. Those individuals need to understand what their role is in terms of the bigger picture of St. Martin. People usually look at work and jobs as just a way of life, but it is a little more than that.
Right.
It is about how it is, the whole hospitality industry and the service industry deals a lot with how we treat each other. And sometimes people feel like it's just a matter of the tourists, but if we are not comfortable in serving one another, then how can we be good in serving our visitors? All of us grew up in homes with parents that taught us the value of being a good host. I remember as a child when we would have people over, sleeping, family visiting, we would all have chores that one would have to get up in the morning, set the table, the other is clean, and that is just all building the character and understanding of how to be a good host.
Right. Now, tourism obviously is a concern for you. Now, if you were speaking to a voter, if I was a voter, a follow-up question may be, how would you get people to more interested or more to understand exactly the importance of tourism, what it does for your everyday life?
I would say leadership. I would say leadership, and I'll explain you why. As a country, there has to be a direction. There must be a vision. And that vision then influence a mission, and the mission cause people to, get into action.
Right.
That in itself, despite the fact that it sounds cliche-ish, it means that if I love what I do, if I love where I live, if I love what I represent, then I would love to share it with the world. So that means when people come here and we share it with them, it's because we love it, not because we have to, but because we are that. We are who we are, and we live who we are. So for us to be able to transfer that understanding into people, you have to be in a leadership position to help people to understand it. It's not just about the word, it's about the action. And through programs, some simple little things. I for many years have been associated with the University of St. Martin as an instructor. I had at one point in time over the last 20 years the hospitality division. Back in 2004, we established kind of a hotel school within the university. It was a development fund funded program, and there I saw where young people were eager to learn about this industry. Why? Because that program afforded them the opportunity to obtain a bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree means that you have reached to a certain level in tertiary education where you could be a middle manager,
right?
Working your way up to top management. And people want that. But if it's void of those programs, people are faced now with coming out of school and having either to leave the island. And our situation here with the population of St. Martin. Not everyone was born here. Not everyone has Dutch passports. Not everyone can go to Europe in the United States to continue their studies, exactly. So we need to find something locally, and I think that us who are here now for the last 20, 25 years can lead in those areas in terms of establishing those programs for younger people.
It is often said as a Martin tourism product, I keep asking about tourism because that's your expertise, is top-notch in the Caribbean, in that we are in the top 5, etc. In your opinion, are we there for real? Do you believe that our tourism product is top-notch?
I don't think that you have to get comfortable at any position. I think you always work towards improving yourself and developing yourself. I think we have grown economically, but I don't think that we have developed economically. And we need to begin to develop economically. And being a developed country, like some of the developed islands around us, like Barbados and Trinidad and Puerto Rico, you realize that there's a mechanism that exists within the country where they take care of themselves. I've been to Trinidad a few times, and the thing that struck me in Trinidad is wherever you drive, you would find an institute or a department of something that is developing, something that they are doing, and we need to build institutions that train people in the area of the various disciplines that supports the tourism trade.
Right.
Because the hospitality business is a business where there's sort of an umbrella concept. The whole economy runs on tourism, but the tourism and hospitality have different services, have different segments, have different industries that young people can begin to work in. Another thing that we need to do as a destination is that we need to have standards. The taxi drivers, the bus drivers, the ladies in the stores, the people in shops, those that work in banks, insurance companies, what have you, they have to understand the principles of good service.
Right.
But we have to be able to measure that, because what is good service? It's all an individual thing. If I feel like I don't want you to disturb me, and I come in your restaurant, I sit down and I'm not disturbed, it's good service for me. But if I'm here as someone wanting information, wanting to have an interaction with you, you as a server have to recognize the type of customer that you have, and have the understanding as to how to serve them, how to fill that expectation.
Right.
And if you don't know it, because he got his coffee hot, he got his sugar and his cream, everything is good, then we've missed that opportunity to make that customer a repeat customer. And it's the same with visitors.
It's clear you know your stuff, you know your expertise. Now campaigning is a whole different beast altogether.
And I'm a rookie in this.
I was just about to say, how are you dealing with it as a rookie in campaigning? It's a totally different thing.
Frankie's younger than I am. Theo's younger than I am. But these guys have some good experience in campaigning, and not because of the age difference. I talk to them often, and one of the things that we discuss is that once you speak from the heart, people would understand, people would believe. Our leader said, we ain't promising, we guarantee. I am here to fulfill that guarantee, to support that guarantee. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that the team that we have is more than capable in executing that guarantee.
And what are you going to tell people why they should vote for Claret? I mean, they're going to ask you why you vote. People we could be bold sometimes. Why should I vote for Claret?
Claret as an individual isn't different to Claret as a politician or Claret as a parliamentarian. I am very comfortable in the responsibilities that lay ahead. I think that I've prepared myself for a time like this. I think that I'm capable to deliver, as I indicated just a while ago. But more so, I think I'm a very sincere, committed St. Martin, somebody who put the toe on Front Street when we didn't have pavers back in the day. I could remember as a child on the beach, just sitting down, not having a care in the world, and not even thinking about tomorrow, because we knew tomorrow was coming.
Right.
We were raised very modest, but we had need for nothing, absolutely anything. We didn't need anything. My dad took care of everything for us. I am in that position now in my life where I have to take care of. It's a different perspective at this point, and I know that in order for us to secure a future that is good for our kids, there's a lot to be in place. There's a lot for us to do in order for that to continue, for that life of the children. The children should be children. They should wake up in the morning and play. I have nieces and nephews, and I just admire them, because it reminds me so much of me when I was a kid. We didn't have a care in the world. We just played all day long. We did our schoolwork, we did our chores, but we played, we had fun, we laughed, we swam in the beach, And today, when you hear in social media as this is, where young 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds are doing some of the things that they do, it kind of grieves your heart to know that there is a difference in the world, and there is a difference that these people haven't had the opportunity to experience. So for me, I feel like having the opportunity to lead this country, it is from that perspective. It is with that mission.
I have to ask you finally, is over the last 4 years, St. Martin, we've been through some turmoil. I mean, Parliament has been an adventure, so to speak. Did that weigh in your decision to run, looking at what we've been through over the last 4 years?
Very good question, Benjamin. Very good question. I think that you hit the nail on the head. I am comfortable where I'm at the chamber. It's a nice job. It's a very high-profile, prestigious responsibility that I have. But in an environment where there isn't stability, you need to bring stability. You need to come out of your comfort zone, step up to the plate, so to speak, and make yourself comfortable, make yourself part of the process of building.
Right.
And that is why I decided that this is a time, and UP is the party.
All right, well, we've just spoken to the number 10 candidate on the UP slate. Everybody knows his face, everybody knows him around. He's done a lot of work with the Chamber of Commerce and other industries, the University of St. Martin, he molds our young minds, and now he wants to get into Parliament. This is Mr. Claret. Claret, thank you very much for being here.
Michael,
Bring it home.
pleasure.
All right.
Tune in to Update at 12:15 on Mondays and 5 p.m. on Wednesdays on SOS Radio, and on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. on 102.7 FM.